seeing up. No, I'm like a minute late here. So we got Galini in goal. It looks like Doherty on the right, Romero with Carter Vickers in the center, Davis on the left, Sessignon. Looks like he's a winger. Winks, Lo Celso, John in the middle, Brian on the other wing, and then Scarlett. That's my guess. I'm gonna take a photo of this actually and put it up. See what you guys think. Because I mean that's a pretty strong lineup. I'm really excited, as I'm sure all of you guys are, to see Scarlett and Brian. And I say all of you guys. Looks like I got maybe one viewer right now, but if you're watching later, do me a favor and hit the like button and also subscribe. Both of those things would be ill. And then, if you want to leave a comment and call me anything, call me a wanker. I don't care. But just, it's all helpful, and it makes me feel loved. And at the end of the day, who doesn't want to feel loved, right? But gosh, okay, so this lineup, I just want to go over it one more time with you guys. We got Galini, Doherty, Romero, who we're getting to see, Carter Vickers, who I didn't expect to see because, his potential move to Bournemouth. But anyway, but then we have Davis, Sessignon. So Sessignon's obviously a winger if Davis is playing. Unless we're going 3 at the back. Hold on, let me look closer at this. Well, Galini, Doherty, Romero, Carter Vickers, Davis, Sessignon, Winks, Lo Celso, John, Brian, and Scarlett. It could be that we're playing a 3 at the back with wing backs of Doherty and Sessignon, and then a 3 of Romero, Carter Vickers, and Davis. We know that Davis can play that left-sided center back in a back 3. So that wouldn't be that out of the question. Let me see what the smarter people than me are saying out in the world. Someone says, people are agreeing with me. They predict we'll do a 5 at the back, Davis at left center back. Won't play with wingers, and Hill will be an offensive mid behind a pivot. John and Lo Celso. I think he'll be in front of it. But anyways, Sessignon and Doherty as wing backs, and Cameron Carter Vickers and Romero. Yeah, I mean that's exactly what it looks like to me. We showed that we played kind of narrow versus City. Excited to see what this game has to offer in that regard. Sorry. It's gonna be a good one. I'm excited to see their team, and I want to check that out as well. I didn't mention on the substitutes bench we have Austin, Lyons Foster, Pascotsky. He's a new one. Then we have Sisai, Ma, Craig. Wow, these are some names I've never even heard. Clark, Bennett. There's literally every name on that substitutes bench is a youth player, which is very, very, very exciting. I just want to know, see if anyone wants to jump into the comments. I got a couple questions. Does anyone have an idea of which youth player is going to impress the most? I think that this is actually going to be a huge game for Dane. I expect to see him really kind of come into his own and really flourish and kind of make a case to be that backup striker. I think if he really, I understand the opposition we're playing today is kind of like lower championship level, but if he impresses, I mean, why not? Why not give him a chance? And then obviously, I mean, Daniel Levy is going to hear that and think, oh, I don't have to open the wallet. Like, okay, cool. Cause he doesn't like to open them, which is cool. I mean, that's Daniel's prerogative. But anyway, I think Scarlett is going to have at least a goal tonight. And I think we're also going to be surprised by Hill. He's looked lively anytime he's come on for Spain. And I think that we've obviously seen something in him to, one, make that purchase. It was a sizable amount of money. Obviously, it was good to get Lamela off the books, get his wages off the books. But we spent a sizable chunk of change to bring him in, and we wouldn't do that if we didn't see something in him. He wouldn't be chucked in right away if we didn't see something in him. So I think he'll surprise a lot of people tonight. I'm just gonna kind of peruse the interwebs while y'all hang out and we get ready for Spurs in Europe for the first time since we were beaten by a team with a manager in prison. Sounds bad because it is bad, but we're back, baby. No Harry Kane, and I don't know how to feel about that. I'm still kind of not sure. I wish we had Papa Poch here to guide us. We'll go back to that one, but yeah. So it's gonna be cool. I haven't seen before preseason. I mean, had any of us really seen much of John? I don't know if we have very many youth player watchers in the comments or watching currently, but I really hadn't, to be honest. And seeing him, he's impressed me so far in preseason, and I'm excited to see what he can do. This will kind of be where we see whether or not Nuno has implemented his ideas down through the ranks, which is important for a team that wants to promote players from its academy. It's much easier to integrate a player if they're already used to the playing style, obviously. And I mean, that's not a coaching, but hopefully we've got that figured out. Oh, and yeah, I don't know if anyone's seen. There's news out that Bernardo Silva has rejected being part of a deal with Tottenham to come here, and clearly, right? I mean, anytime anyone has ever mentioned a swap deal with players like Laporta, or Bernardo Silva, I'm just like, no way, guys, come on, use your heads. What are they going to want to leave City to come to Spurs for? For one, the wages that they're on are probably astronomical compared to what is offered with our wage structure, and they're not taking a pay cut. It was a fool's idea. Anyone who thought that was kidding themselves. I'm sorry, you're kidding yourself. But yeah, so I'm kind of just perusing the stories here. Sort of underestimated how long an hour was, but so there's a midfielder whose name I'm gonna butcher. Plays for Sporting Portugal. João Palhinha. Apparently, we're rivaling Wolverhampton for a signature. This is according to a Portuguese journalist who was speaking to Sky Sports. Fuck, who knows what that means? You know, he could very well know what he's talking about, or it could be a bunch of made up stuff, as they usually are. These rumors that link Tottenham to random players. So often we've seen us used as a bargaining chip, you might say, to either get a player a higher salary or just to get them that exposure to get them the transfer that they want. Yes, the official squad is out. And if you haven't heard, looks like we're playing a 3 at the back, homies, which is cool. It shows that there's some tactical flexibility with Nuno. We weren't really sure. We've only really seen 2 at the back. Obviously, we've dropped into a 3 at the back at times with the midfielder dropping back. But still, it's cool to see us setting out that way from the start. Shows that he's not Jose Mourinho. He's not Poch. He's not set in one way of doing things, and he'll be damned if that doesn't work. If it doesn't work, it's on the players type of thing. We've got Golini, Doherty as wing back. Then we've got a trio in center backs: Romero, Carter Vickers, Davis, Sessegnon as left wing back. Then we have Winks and Lo Celso and John in midfield, and then Brian and Scarlett up top, it looks like to me. And I could have those front four a little bungled, but as far as that back line goes, I'm really, really excited to see it. For one, we just haven't seen Davis play in forever. I got the idea that he probably was going to feature when I saw the video of him that Spurs put out, talking about his number of appearances, his European appearances for Spurs, and he set a record, I believe. And I didn't figure they would feature him so prominently if he wasn't going to play today. Also, with the mention that none of the starters from the weekend were going to be involved, it only leaves you with a certain amount of players to choose from. This is going to be kind of a day for a lot of players to prove themselves. One name that sort of surprises me is Winks, but I mean, when else is he going to play? This is as good a time as any to get him in the shop window, as they would say. Just see what he can do with a little less pressure, a little more time on the ball. Let's see. And I mean, he's shown in preseason that he's got something still, and he's got a lot to prove. Nuno seems to be giving a lot of players a fresh start, and that's huge for a player. When a manager doesn't like you and you're on the outs with them, you're on the fringes, it can feel like there's no way back in. With a new manager and that new energy they bring in, it's sometimes can completely turn a player around. We started to see that with our boy Davinson Sanchez. So I am excited for this game. Let's see what the betting odds are, just for shizzes and gigs. Man. Gonna kind of have a surprise for everybody here while we wait patiently, everyone, for the match to begin. Mm-hmm. I don't quit humming, I swear.
And that means that cup final song has again. And here is the entire 18-man Tottenham Hotspur Cup final squad, accompanied by Chad and Dave, singing live on television for the very first time their new single, Hot Shot Tottenham.
Yes. Woo! Oh, you guys. Woo! That was. I'm a young man, but I'm an out of shape man, and that really put me through my paces. But for everyone that watched the dance, thank you so much, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. At least I hope you did. If you did, maybe mention it in the comments. That would be really nice of you. But god dang, I just can't wait to see this game, guys. Anyone have any predictions? Score predictions? I'm gonna say 4-1 to the good guys, and I think that the one goal we concede is going to be kind of like a set piece type situation, maybe a corner, or an indirect free kick. We seem to have a problem with those. I don't know. Cameron Carter Vickers is sort of a beast at dealing with balls in the air, and then we also have Romero, who we are going to finally get to see do his thing, and maybe he's the rock that we've needed. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's safer to say let's go 4-0 to the good guys. So we got Dogren. Hey, what's up, Dogren? No, sir, it has not kicked off yet. We actually have a long time to go. We have roughly 45 minutes, and I planned this pre-match show to do with you guys, and then I'm going to do a live watch along. I kind of overestimated all the things there were to say, and how long an hour was, and that kind of thing. But I'm here, and I'm not queer, but get used to me because I'm here. And thanks for being part of this. Thanks for joining along. But no, have you heard the lineup, man? It's pretty cool. We're going with the back three of Romero, Carter, Vickers, and Davis. Wingbacks, Doherty and Sessegnon. Galini as our keeper. And then the front is kind of a mystery to me. I know we have Scarlett as our center forward. But then we've got Winks and Lo Celso in the midfield, and then John. Correct me. What position does he? I thought that he was a left back. Am I a freak? Am I completely ridiculous? John plays though, and then Brian, and then Scarlett, and who I already mentioned. But I think it's going to be really interesting. I think that the front end is going to be. It's what I can't quite pin down. I know that Winks and Lo Celso would make a nice little pivot there. I didn't know that John was an offensive player to that degree. Maybe he's the sitter. Maybe he's the one that's going to sit back and sort of play that that Pierre's role. And then we'd have Brian and Scarlett up top, perhaps. Nuno has talked about it, two up the top. We got Julie saying big ups. Hey, thanks. Big ups to you. Thanks for being here. Big ups. And he says, hey, thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate that so much. I agree with you too on Tanganga and Doherty. That situation, it's all just rotation for me, and actually it's sort of a good thing when you think about it. Him leaving out Tanganga for this means that he sees him as a starter in the league, at least to me. And so I'm choosing to take the positive from that and think, he's not playing today because he's going to be playing a large role in the Premier League. Anyone have any? I still haven't gotten any score predictions on the chat, and I'm kind of looking for those. So if you got a score prediction, put it in the chat. Me and Poch want to know. This guy, me and Poch, I just signed, and man, I'm going to score goals for this club. I can't wait. You know what? Okay, I'll do it. Here's just a little taste of him and how good he is. Just check out these. Oh man. Whoa, blowing my mind. Hold on, does he have a Spurs tattoo? There's on his. Oh my god, this guy's totally coys. All right, yeah, that's the new striker. That's Spurs' new striker, and I mean, I think with him and Dane as the backup, we are set for the season to go. We are set. But back to reality, as Marshall Mathers would say. This game today. we got one score prediction, 4-0 at best. You say at best for them, you think, or at best for us? I think 4-0 is a perfectly that's a perfectly reasonable score line to say. Man, if we were really at it, I could see us getting more. But with the team that we have, not that much cohesion. A lot of players that haven't played together. 3-1 says Julie, and I think that's pretty that's okay. And I think the one that we would concede, like I said, in that scenario would most likely be through a set piece or like an indirect free kick or a corner kick. Seems like where we would concede. Seems kind of old for a new signing. Hey, I'm actually 20 and highly rated in Brazil. And then we have our friend Pavan. Hello, sir. To be honest, how you watch there, I'm going to be watching it through a stream that I find, and I could probably help you find it. But I'm doing a watch along here for everyone that can't watch it for whatever reason. So whenever the game kicks off, you can hang out with me. I'll be reacting to the game. I'll let you know what the score is. I might even do a little bit of play-by-play type stuff, but like not in your face, not too annoying. And then we got homie here who's got some tips for you, bro. Check this out. Google what he says there, and I think you'll find it. He said, "What is this YouTube channel?" Well, this YouTube channel is pretty cool. I basically just so I'm a Tottenham Hotspur super fan, and I talk Spurs a lot. I have a lot of friends. We talk Spurs. We've been dissecting the transfer window really thus far, assessing the new signings, seeing where the team needs beefed up, where we need new starters or new depth. With Kane, potentially leaving, we've discussed those rumors to death, kind of beat that into the ground. But as the season starts, we'll do things like this, leading up to games, talking about the players that are going to be featuring in the games, and then maybe afterwards, kind of dissecting those performances and seeing, who played well, who could have played better, that kind of thing. It's just a kind of fun thing for Spurs fans to get together and hang out. Anyone's welcome on the channel. If anyone in the chat would like to join and be on and just talk about the game, and you don't need a camera. We could just use a microphone. Let me know in the chat if you would like to. If you would like to be on and just talk about the game and who's featuring, and pop me a thing in the chat. Am I in favor of Kane leaving the club? That is a super tough question, man. Everyone loves Kane. Like, how could you be in favor of him leaving the club, right? Really, when you get down to it, it's no one's in favor of him leaving the club so much as it seems like it has to happen. If not now, then next summer we might be able to Luka Modric the situation and coax one more year out of the fellow. But with what he's done, with what he said, I'll kind of just hit all the points real quick that bother me. Starting with the Neville interview. He obviously didn't choose when that would be released, but he kind of had an idea, and it came out at the worst possible time. He put a price tag on himself in that interview of 100 million. Not cool to price yourself. Then, not coming back to train on time, and then saying it was a miscommunication. Well, dude, all you had to do was tweet out that you were still on vacation, and there wouldn't be a miscommunication at all. And then all of this, I don't know, with the way he's treated the club, he has to go. If we can keep him for another year and he'll perform, great. If not, get him out the door and then spend the money. But we'll have to see. We're making a lot of smart moves in the transfer market so far. A lot of looks like loans with obligations to buy next year after ticket sales and things like that increase. So we'll have to see what happens. I think if we start spending a lot of cash, it'll be indicative of it'll show us that Kane's leaving. Pavan says he thinks Kane should leave if he wants. Doesn't want to end up like Alan Shearer. Yeah, but he wants to. Yeah, he shouldn't have signed a 6-year contract if he thought he was going to want to leave in the middle of it. That's a long time. And and Spurs put a lot of faith in him, though, by giving him that contract. Whenever he was out injured with all of his ankle injuries, guess who still paid him? Spurs did. And I mean, that has to be taken into consideration. He hand in your transfer request. He hasn't even done that. If he hands in a transfer request, then it's a different story. But he knows he loses loyalty bonuses in that scenario. And so for me, it's like, what do you prefer, your cash or moving to your new team? So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Mr. Gamsey says that he loves Kane as well, but he thinks his morale and passion to play for the club will affect the club. Agreed, dude, 100%. But back to the Modric thing. I mean, everyone thought the same then, and he was even taking it like a step further, and he was, meeting with Abramovich, and he still, I don't know, came back and played, and everyone forgave him. Who knows? This is James says that Kane's the backbone of Tottenham. It's clear to see they can perform without him via Man City. Yes, and especially against certain teams, we can thrive without him. I'm worried. Kane has this kind of it's different, but a Gareth Bale-esque ability to make something happen when we can't get anything to happen, be it against the parked bus or we just can't break down a defense. Kane has these long shots on him. I mean, obviously so does Sonny, but I do think that we're limited against some teams because of Son's lack of a physical presence. So I do think that if we lose Kane, that we're going to need a more physical, traditional striker. That's just my opinion. We'll ask Poch. I'm sure he's got an opinion. But that's interesting. I mean, yeah, Nuno can definitely use Son as a false nine. And like I said, I think that's going to be successful to a degree. We also don't want to burn him into the ground. I guess in that scenario, Scarlett would be a main backup, which we'll see today. I mean, today's kind of a litmus test. I know we're not playing against the best team in the world, but this is European football, European night for him. His first start. I mean, this is going to be big for Dane, and we'll see. We'll see if he can hold up to it. I think that he can. I think he'll prove a lot of people wrong. But I do think that we need another striker besides Son and Dane, because they both kind of are a little more slight. They offer more of that run in behind type of striker, whereas I think we need a player that can hold up the ball, hold up play, get those type of players involved maybe from wide positions. But again, that's just me. We got my boy Dan, Yid Kid, saying hi, mate. What up? What up, my guy? It's good to see you. Really good to see you, actually. Thanks for stopping by, man. I'm doing this little pregame and then a watch along for the match. So if you want to come on and you want to talk a little bit about the lineup and game stuff, just let me know in the chat, man, and I'll shoot you a link. And that goes out to anybody. Anyone wants on. All you need is a microphone, no camera necessary, and we can talk Tottenham. James points out Kane doesn't show up in big games. I mean, the data suggests that arguments can be made for why that happens. But you're right. That is what the data says. Julie asks, what time does the game kick off? That would be in roughly 1/2 hour, Julie. And again, for everyone that doesn't know, for the game today, we've got Golini, Doherty, Romero, Carter Vickers, Davis, Sessegnon, Winks, Lo Celso, John, Brian, and Scarlett, which means playing with a back three of Romero, Carter Vickers, and Davis, with Doherty and Sessegnon as wing backs. Front's where it gets a little iffy for me, but I think we're going to see a midfield three of Winks, Lo Celso, and John, with Brian and Scarlett up top. It's going to be something to that degree, but the back is definitely as I described, for sure. What time is it there right now? It's currently 1 p.m. where I live. What about you, man? What time is it there? Come on, you Spurs! Woo! I'm about to play some more like pump up music just to get extra hype. What's up, everybody? Everybody watching? We're just getting hype before the game. Can I get some score predictions from everybody? How bad are we going to thrash this Portuguese team? Just hanging out with Poch here, by the way. Me and Pops, Papa Poch. Wow, Gamesy, 2 a.m. It's worth it though, right? Just a half hour to go before we see our boys in Europe for the first time since Zagreb. God, man, we really need some vindication after that match. That was pretty ugly. Pretty indicative though. It kind of wrapped up our time with Jose Mourinho. Put like a bow on it. That's we really need to come back from that. It says there are 10 watching. If I could get some more of you guys' score predictions, sheesh. I honestly think it's going to be good. I expect Scarlett to get on the score sheet. It's also going to be kind of a cool showing for Sessignon. We haven't really got to see much of him at wingback, and we really haven't got to see much of him since his return from loan, where he did, by all accounts, I mean, really well. So that's a cool thing. That's something I'm excited for. I always like to see Ben Davis play, especially at this position where he's playing today. This is man, I know I do need to get my colors. I plan to take like a small little restroom break between this and the start of the match. That's when I plan to put on the lucky jersey, shirt, and yeah, it's what I was wearing for the city match. So I feel like I absolutely have to have it on today. But yeah, I'll get that changed. Don't even worry. Gamesy. Oh man, in the Philippines, that's really cool. I have relatives from the Philippines, and that's awesome, man. Very, very cool. What part of the Philippines do you live in? And also, I had no idea that the Philippines was a basketball country. So hashtag the more you know, knowledge is power. Julie's predicting a brace for Scarlett. I think that is fair, but why don't we just go for the hat trick? I mean, to dare is to do. Am I right? To dare is to do. Yeah, I mean, I can see where you're coming from about not being thrilled about being in this brand new cup, but I see it as a chance for Spurs to win. I mean, to win a cup that for the first, it's first ever go. That's pretty cool, right? It'd be written into some history books, similar to how we won the very first ever UEFA Cup. So. Kamani says 3-1 Tottenham. Fair. I've seen that score thrown around a couple of times. I don't know. You think we're gonna? I think if that happens, we've conceded on a set piece. I don't see this defense that we have conceding otherwise. That's just me. Curved glass 3-0. Nice. I like that. I want that clean sheet too, man. I want it bad. Juliet says, "Let's make history." They won't forget us. Tottenham is a big club, baby. I've been trying not to curse. I heard about something about the algorithm. If you curse within the first 10 minutes, you're screwed. But it's just fucking 35 minutes in, dog. We can say whatever we want now. But yeah, cool, man. I'm from a part of the United States that is basically just shit. Like, and American football is huge here, as is basketball. But football, soccer, soccer football is a growing sport here, thankfully, and it's seeing more and more growth and money put into it and resources. So that's a great thing, all over the country, really. I don't feel like we're gonna overexert ourselves for a small prize because look at who we're playing today. Have you not heard me rattle off this lineup a million times? Because man, I'll do it again. So I'm just going to save this image and I'm just going to try to throw it up on the screen. We'll see if this works. Line up. Saved it. Okay. Share video file. Desktop. Yeah, it's not working, but I'll throw a link up. Boom, and everyone who wants to see the lineup, check out that link I threw up in the chat. But I'll go ahead and just rattle them off again. I won't the whole thing, but God, I'm excited for this back three. Romero is going to do big things for this club. I really do think that he's going to be the one that changes our defense from a leaky sieve to fucking brick wall, baby. But we'll see. Curved glass, man. I'm based in Indiana, southern Indiana. Like if you throw a rock one direction from where I live, you could probably hit Kentucky. If you throw a rock the other direction, you could probably hit Illinois. So I'm right there, kind of in the right there in the corner of Indiana. So if Lo Celso gets injured tonight, okay, yeah, I mean fair, but disaster, I don't know. We have Tanji, and I understand that Tanji hasn't been involved so far, and that he's kind of wanting to leave. But does anyone really see that happening with what we paid for the man and the salary that he's on? Don't forget, he makes as much as Kane. I don't see another team picking him up with that salary if he's willing to take a pretty big salary decrease. If he's willing to decrease his salary quite a bit, then maybe he'll leave. But until that happens, I think that we've got good cover in the center of the pitch with Ndombele. Yeah. Julie also, being from Indiana, understands basketball hoops are everywhere. Here's that link for the lineup. Messi or Ronaldo, easily Ronaldo, just for like the story. Hard work, man. Hard work over natural talent. Messi is probably more fun to watch, but the player I respect more is Ronaldo. And I think that's fair. It's hard to choose. What about you? What about you, Mr. Gamzee? Yes, I completely agree. Whenever we signed Alderweireld, some people were really, really excited, and other people kind of thought it was underwhelming, but he showed that he was a rock and partnered super well with Vertonghen. Hopefully Romero can form a nice partnership with somebody that we have. I know that we're looking for another center back. Looking like Tomiyasu is pretty likely. It's cool that Tomiyasu can play at right back when necessary. Tanganga is looking great there, but he can't play every match. So yeah, that's hopefully his speaking, being a native Spanish speaker, hopefully that helps him, and maybe he and Sanchez can form a nice center back pairing. One thing about that though, is they're both pretty aggressive players, and I worry, I would like one center back that kind of sits back a little deeper, but still, who knows? I'm not Nuno or Poch, so big problem is Sanchez. Hey, you got to elaborate a little bit, sir. Oh, Sanchez is a big hole in the defense. Well, I mean, I don't know. Did you watch him play against Man City? Because to me, he looked great. I mentioned earlier in the stream, probably didn't see it. This thing's been too long. But I mentioned earlier, a lot of players kind of tend to have a rebirth whenever there's a new manager. And I wouldn't be surprised if Sanchez is that player for Spurs. I think that he could come real big under Nuno, who's been known to kind of help defenders. He's, instead of the fullback whisperer like Poch was, he's kind of the just center back whisperer, where he's turned players like Connor Cody, who was a midfielder, into a center back, and I think he could do wonders with Sanchez. And like I said, him being able to speak Spanish along with Romero, they could form a really, really great partnership. I agree that Nuno is definitely a solid manager. Mr. Shelby, what is the biggest problem in Spurs? I'm excited to know. That way we can fix it together, man. We can fix this, me and you, right now. I'm excited. It's the fans that never asked for great achievement. Okay. I respect your point, and I see where you're coming from, I think. But, I mean, what? What team? Show me a team that's achieved what they've achieved because they demanded it from their ownership. That's a very strange statement to make. Mr. Anon, because I just like to call people Mr. It's a formal place here. I mean, Paços is here, for Christ's sake. So, Mr. Anon, yeah, I think Harvey White will get some time tonight, too. Hopefully it is as much as you say. I think he's going to be pretty big for us, and I would just like to see him further develop. And to do that, that takes time on the pitch with the squad. Gamesy, the biggest problem is Levy, and you're not wrong, my friend. That's for a whole nother show. We got a game to be excited about. Am I showing the game? I would likely be in a lot of trouble if I showed the game. So I'm actually doing a watch along where I will kind of give some like play by play and my reactions, and I'm pretty funny. So maybe you'd want to watch. So yeah. And it's actually coming up in less than 20 minutes. 1 second, checking something. Yeah, so it's less than 20 minutes. I'm not showing the game, so you probably left. I'm sorry about that. Chelsea and City have infinite funds. Their fans have nothing to do with owner investment. Boom. Thank you. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. I appreciate you, man. You're a good person. And Mr. Shelby, you're a good person too. I just don't agree with that point exactly. Yeah, Poch is looking good. He's been great. Me and him have been hanging out, working out, going to the gym and stuff. He's good. So I mean, he looks younger somehow. Do something. There you go. And that's for you, sir. The thing is, Chelsea and City are actually willing to spend for their club. Yeah. Their owners are different than our owner. And their ownership sees their clubs differently than ours sees our club. Our club, as you know, is owned by an investment company, and it is an investment. And they're trying to build it up to be worth as much as possible so that they can sell it. One might fear that they build it up to where it is worth too much and thus hard to sell. Anyway, yeah. Until we get some new owners, probably we're not going to be splashing cash like that. But who knows? The whole point of this new stadium is to get us more cash, just to have more revenue, more income. So give it a season, give it 2 seasons with the new stadium, and see what's up. Because I think you might be surprised. A lot of Spurs fans seem like they're negative just to be negative, and I get that, but not me. So, oh man. Oh, hey, it's all good. Thank you, Curved Glass, but it's all good. I like all opinions. Give them all. I don't care. I might not be super nice about them, but I like them all. Please. Sorry, I'm going through all of them. If you want to achieve Champions League or Premier League, you need to change mentality. My mentality is that I want to win the fucking league. So I don't know how to change. I mean, I could phone up. I mean, I got Poch here, but Daniel and he and Daniel don't talk that much anymore. I can try to get through to the chairman and get him to change his mentality, but it's just hard. He's hard-headed. He's kind of he's really stuck in his ways. Do a boycott or something. Yeah. Spurs fans have shown the last couple of we were supposed to turn out a couple of times, and obviously I'm American and have nothing to do with this, but the turnout was pretty bad for the protests. Maybe a big one of those is necessary, but how much will that really change? I don't know. We've got our director of football. He's made some astute signings that I don't think Daniel Levy would have made. So I mean, I think that's a change in mentality. You have to look at that for sure. I'm not a Daniel Levy fan. I'm not an Enoch fan, but I do think that there's some of this outrage and hatred towards them. I feel like might be misplaced, and I feel like we might be in a worse place if they weren't the ones handling things. But that's just me. Mr. Non agreed about buying smart and spending smart, selling smart. And hopefully that, you talk about having that luck, picking the right manager at the right time. Hopefully we got lucky and Nuno is that man. He seems like it. I definitely get Poch type vibes from him. Everything seems to be pretty family oriented with him, and I like that. Mr. Gamsey. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong at all. We really needed to replace Dembele. When Dembele left that season, I feel like had we had Dembele for the final thing, even just that one player, things might have been different for us. But also, I'm of the opinion that Kane should not have started that final. If you disagree, just let me know, baby. Also, if you're here, just like it, comment on the video, subscribe, do all that stuff, man. And if you subscribed, hit the bell, please. I'm a starving artist. Yes. Sorry. They need to win the Champions League. It's going to be them versus PSG. As one of those teams better win the Champions League, or I think the managers should be let go. With the amount that they've spent, with the talent on those teams, if one of them doesn't end up winning the UEFA Champions League, we got big problems. Yes, and we did as an investment for a very long term with a payout of over $1 billion. So just keep that in mind. Most players that you invest in are going to depreciate in value rather quickly, and won't bring in what you paid for them. Yeah, well, hold on. Let me do something real quick. All right. We still got 12 minutes left, and I'm starting to get excited. Let me find it's the game on, baby. Let's see if this works. Looking pretty ugly. Need an ad blocker. This is a PC I don't use all the time. Good God, yeah. This ad blocker is necessary. Adblock Plus. Hey, this video is sponsored by Adblock Plus. If you use Google Chrome, why not get the extension? It's free, and it gets rid of those pesky ads that sometimes get in the way when you're trying to watch an illegal stream. So keep that in mind, and always choose Adblock Plus. So I'll refresh this page with my Adblock Plus, and I should have no problems. Refresh. All right, 10 minutes. I'm about to take that quick break where I'm going to go grab my Rockstar energy drink and use the restroom. And then we're going to come back and we're going to watch Spurs do their thing. I'll also have the kid on the strip. And you guys, this is going to be a big one. I hope everyone's as excited as me. Here we go. All right, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, I will return in just one moment. One second, I have a treat.
Quite comfortable in tight spaces, takes people on, gets bums off seats. People enjoy to watch that type of player. So yeah, that's on seats. Yeah, tonight, but maybe not when I'm watching him. We'll find that out later. But I'm looking forward to seeing him. He looks an excellent player. So we'll see how he does.
A lot of good attacking options. Magnus Key.
Oh, look, they have, and I'm looking forward to looking at Scarlett tonight. Yes, Scarlett, 17-year-old, brilliant pre-season, 2-footed, scored goals in pre-season. Nuno has faith in him. We know Mourinho really rated him highly. Talked about his temperament. Went up to train with the first team when he was there, and handled it. So really looking forward to seeing him play this evening.
Dane Scarlett, just 17 years old, but Mourinho gave him his Premier League debut against West Brom, and he said after that game, I wanted to be the one that gave him that Premier League, the taste of it, the debut. He rated him that highly.
Yeah, he's had a lot of high praise from obviously a top manager. So look, at only 17, he really ticks all the boxes. Left and right foot, great finisher. He's obviously learning from the best, obviously Harry Kane. So we'll see how he does tonight. Looking forward to seeing what he produces on the big stage.
And Niall John as well, only 18, and I think you've seen a bit of him pre-season. He stood out.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of him in pre-season. The late Noel game, he got on the score sheet. He looked comfortable again in central midfield, good range of passing, and he wasn't scared to get in about the defensive side of the game. So looking forward to seeing what he brings to this team.
And let's remember, all change for Spurs tonight in terms of the team selection. If it doesn't go to plan, second leg, you can bring a few back in next week, Chris.
But just touching on John and Scarlett, what an opportunity.
Yeah.
For these young men, a clean slate, new manager, go out and impress, and put that thought in his mind that he trusts us, and clearly, Nuno rates them to put them in the starting 11. Go out and show what you can do.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. Indeed, it's Paços de Ferreira, the Spurs exclusively live with us next.
Oh, this breakfast is the best in town. Well, looks like our bills might be the best on the street. Ooh la la.
Get 10 KFC mini fillets for $4.99. Feel like a big deal.
Fire, water, life. It all happens in your kitchen. Moments become memories when you bake them in a cake. You might have only come in for a sandwich, but this is where you build a life. Kitchens by B&Q.
The Tony Books, a clever way for your kids to enjoy songs and stories. To play, listen and have fun without the screen and sight. And to collect from our growing range of characters like Peppa Pig and Frozen. Designed by parents, loved by kids.
Cinch lets you buy a quality check used car online. No haggling, free home delivery and a 14-day money-back guarantee. You're in the driving seat now, Britain.
Dyson's outsize vacuum now comes with a laser. It reveals invisible dust. A wider
Hello, family. Oh no, I don't have my strip on. All right, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll be all right, team. We'll be all right, fam. Everybody knows I'm Spurs. You know I'm Spurs. All right. God, we're getting close. 5 minutes till kickoff, everyone. Everyone got their drink of choice. I hope everyone out there is having something a little better, but instead of going down, I got to go the other direction. I got the Rockstar, sugar-free. And like I said, give them a shout out too, because Rockstar, right? Everyone probably forgot these existed. Go to your local Dollar Tree; they'll probably have them. All right, 13 people here. Thanks a bunch, guys. Just go ahead and do me a favor and hit the like on this video. All right. Let me turn the sound off on here. Oh my God. Okay, guys, everything's kicking off. Holy shit. Let me figure out how to get the sound from this on to me stream. Yeah, some papers have suggested that, but that's not necessarily true. Check, check. All right, cool. Sorry about that, guys. I'm messing with the audio. Oh my God, here we go. The players are taking their positions. I can't tell you how excited I am, everyone. One thing I've noticed just out the gate is that their players look a lot more, like a lot older and more experienced than us, just age-wise. We saw against Zagreb that some cohesion in the team can really undo a more talented team that doesn't have that same cohesion. So hopefully we don't have that problem tonight. Everybody's masked up in the stands. Nice. Props to everybody. Nice job. And we see Mr. Heel out on the field. Pitch. Sorry. But yes, he's taken his position as well. Oh, man. Okay. I'm like giddy. And now I'm adding more caffeine to the mix. You're welcome, everyone. Oh, man. Ben Davis, skipper today. Makes it. It's nice to see, though. Hey, just doing a little watch along, mate. I'm watching the match. Some people can't. I'm just kind of doing just kind of throwing some info out there as I see it, as I watch the match. So thanks for being here, though, man. I appreciate you. Okay, so it looks like we got John sitting right behind Scarlett. Hill playing on the wing. Interesting. The fans are loud already, too. This is going to be a good one. Romero, baby. God, I'm so excited. This squad is so weird. That's the best part of everything. Winks looks up for it. Oh, man. Gentle Ben. Let's see what you can do, buddy. I'm so excited. You guys. So many of these players we haven't seen, and definitely not together. This is something for the ages. Again, hey, if you want to jump in the stream, hang out, let me know. More than welcome. I like friends. Sessignon. Man, I also think, weirdly enough, I think that sleeve sponsor looks pretty slick, which is not something I thought I'd be saying about a sleeve sponsor. And I think we get about $1 million per season for that, which is money. So, all right, Spurs kick off. Their stadium is tiny. it'll be really cool. I'm really excited about all the youth players because one of the things that Wolves fans complained about was that Nuno wasn't great with younger players. So I'm excited personally. Man, I agree completely. Who knows? Who knows? Could be great, could be terrible. Romero wins the ball, and they want a foul, but not given. It's first real involvement for him, though. That was cool. Commentators mentioning that he's a little bit of a hothead. Romero, that is. All right. Oh, man. Brian Hill just completely upended there, but he's good. He's already up. I have a feeling he's the type of player that's going to draw a lot of fouls. Just the way that he plays, that close control dribbling. I mean, it just... Sessegnon, I noticed, making a nice underlapping run. That was cool. Oh, Sessegnon had a chance. He was right there. That was so close. He was right in front of goal. Didn't pull the trigger in time, and by the time he thought about it, the keeper had already made up the distance.
Reputation as a young player that's found it difficult at Tottenham.
Ariani, the referee, laying down the law to Carter Vickers. Romero's going to try and use him as a screen. It went near post.
Oh.
Tackled by Sessegnon. Delaney. Got the sun to deal with. Looks very much as though it's coming right in his face, actually. Might be a factor. Second sun here for Portugal. Matt Doherty. New start for him at Tottenham, of course, with a man he knows very, very well.
But this is what we said. We talked about the young lads and the opportunity they've got. The established players who want to put down a marker. Matt Doherty at right back, obviously. Gangana gets not ahead of him. Performed so well, so obviously.
Everybody's looking good.
Central midfield ahead of Wings.
Nice possession play.
Physical there. Home fans not particularly happy with him.
Sessegnon, not quite as sharp perhaps as he'll have been in that area. And then goes the right back.
Foul called on Sessegnon. He kind of got trapped with a player underneath him. Nothing he could have done there. But that followed a nice crossfield ball that Sessegnon was able to bring down nicely. So he's showing some promise already. He's one of the players I was most excited for coming into the match. So I think I'm going to change the sound again. Don't hate me, everyone. Let me know in the chat. Do you like hearing them and me? I think it would be really annoying. So switching it back. Sorry. All righty.
I hope that does continue because I've always been an advocate of the referee being allowed to referee the game itself. As soon as you have two or three different opinions that you get from VAR at times, it becomes a little bit confused. That power back to the referees, and then there's a bit more consistency in terms of
Playing out from the back.
Will we see an athletic
Looking like it's going to be a tough match for Scarlett. Just judging by what I've seen so far, the center backs he's up against are big, grown men. Also, Romero's got a dope hat on. I guess for the sun, for sun problems, but he looks fucking hilarious. He is, and he looks funny. I get why you have to do it, but I bet they hate it. I bet they're like, God damn it. Oh, and Davis drawing the foul. Nice. Free kick time.
When you talk about people who are working with him in the academy, they talk about his ability. Yeah, that's fantastic. But the main standout thing is his mindset. And there has been comparisons, very difficult at this stage in terms of how determined Harry Kane was a young player to make it. Certainly, that's a brilliant comparison.
Almost all of our build-up seems like it's coming from those wide areas.
Scarlett at 17 tonight playing for Tottenham Hotspur, and the man screening the back four for Paços de Ferreira, Luis Carlos.
We're also drawing a lot of fouls as a team.
What you love? You gave up too soon, didn't you?
No, I gave up too late, a lot of people would say.
He's a very talented 20-year-old heel, getting lots and lots of nice touches early on, confidence in what he can bring.
Another foul. Man, they are just destroying us, trying to hack us down. It's the classic stronger, less skilled team versus, you know, the more slight technical players.
So far in terms of just knocking it on the safe side and drawing those fouls. As you quite rightly said, the referee's given the information now. That's 2 fouls. I'm not going to allow this to continue.
He's been warned by the referee. One more foul and yellow card for him.
Fantastic summer for him at the Copa America. Played a big part for Argentina.
Free kick, Lo Celso. Nothing. Goes out for a throw.
Really attacking across the front of the defenders to really get on the end of it.
So tidy again. Corner from the other side for Tottenham.
Tottenham corner.
This is supposedly the junior competition in European football terms. We haven't even reached the group stage, but this is going to be a good football match, I think, just to earn the right. And he was right to tell everybody, look, this side is capable. Very good finish in Portugal last season, 5th in the league. And clearly ready for the test. But it's
Spurs corner, here we go. And they met it first.
He was watchful.
Nice tackle by Winks to put the ball out of play. Stop a counterattack. A little bit of a scare. Pacey front man. Oh, man. Nice pass to him. Galini makes his first save of the match, though. And he looked tidy. Quick off his line.
Galini's wearing a cap. A little bit old-fashioned, but needs must tonight. You can see the lengthy shadows.
So impressive against Manchester City, but that was with possession back in the mid-30s. So they're everything that you'd hope to see from a Nuno team in terms of their resolute, organised, their determination to stay in the game. He's done brilliantly to work with it in the end.
Hey, Anon, I agree. Anon reckons they're the Portuguese version of Stoke, roughing up the opposition. I agree completely. But I think we'll be able to overcome that. I expect a Spurs goal soon with the way things have been going. Look, man, they look so aggressive. I'm loving it. This is going to be a real test for some of these young players. So far, Carter Vickers has looked good, but this is the exact type of match that he would excel in. He'll lose his possession. Lets it go out of bounds. Still more just controlled possession from Spurs. I'm happy right now, guys. This is looking good. We just need a goal. It's time. Dane hasn't been particularly involved, which is what I was afraid of, but we'll just have to wait and see. I think we'll have fitness over this team completely, and I think as they tire, we'll see a lot more of Dane from the lane. Oh shit. Stop him, guys. Absolutely awesome. Nice work there. Number 11, Mr. Hill driving in from the left-hand side. Lost possession in the middle of the park. This is like one of the longest spells of possession for them that I've seen so far. Paços de Ferreira. They're mostly just passing around at the back, but they've had the ball for quite some time. And they lose it. As usual, Spurs are good at getting the ball to the edge of the box. It's penetrating that box and breaking those lines that still remains tough. But we also have to remember this is as much a B team as you could possibly get. So I don't think Sun Hung Min would have a problem breaking these lines. Let's put it that way. Wingsy boy. Fouls. If anyone's still watching, thanks. It's nice to have you here. I feel like I'm not watching the game alone, but I have this full screen, so I can't see you. I can't see if anyone's here. But like I said, thank you. I appreciate you guys. This is playing out just about like I expected. We're technically a much better squad, but we don't seem to have much cohesion. They seem to have a little more cohesion and a little more physical strength, probably due to age. But I still expect us to make the breakthrough before the half. Throw that up in the chat. I'll take a look. Throw up in the chat. You think we're going to score before the half? Because I do. Let's see. Let's see, guys. I also wish I knew what Duarte was good at, but we even have his old manager. Anyway. commentators just mentioning what I was talking about new manager and having to grab your opportunities. So far, no one's really got me up out of my seat. That's for sure. Oh, best chance of the match to the Portuguese. Sessegnon actually ends up making the last ditch tackle. Yeah, and it was Romero actually that was out of position there, surprisingly. Shot on goal from the Portuguese squad. Galini, though, gathers it comfortably. Sends Spurs on their way. Let's go, boys. Goal here. Come on. Come on, boys. All right, we're playing with the right wing. We've earned a throw high up the pitch. Yeah, we really need to be beating this team. We were really lucky. They had a very dangerous cross. We were lucky nothing came out of. All right. Paços de Ferreira with the free kick in the Tottenham half. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Tottenham players lined up at the edge of the box. Kick goes in. And goes all the way through. Looked like it was untouched. Woo. Come on, you Spurs. Galini gathers the corner kick. I'm going to send out the bat signal to a couple of my pals to see if they would like to take part. All right, family. All right. You can hear their fans chanting loudly. Unfortunately, it's in Portuguese, and I don't understand what they're saying. Doherty played in a pretty nice cross, and then Hill played a touch backwards, expecting somebody to be there, but there was no one. Free kick in a very, very bad spot for Spurs. Shit. Squeaky bum time. Crazy to think we're only 20 minutes into this match. All right, Spurs. He doesn't have much space to get it up and over the wall. This is going to have to be a great free kick. We got Niall John Lamb behind the wall. I noticed Spurs are in their blue shorts today. Don't usually wear all white in Europe. That's something that maybe somebody in the comments can answer for me. But anyway, back to the problem at hand, this fucking free kick. They've been standing over it for a while. Referees talking to the wall, making sure they're behaving. Here we go. And the wall blocks it. Nice. Whoops, I have an idea though. Now John plays the ball out of bounds. Spurs are not dominating, that's for sure. Spurs are very lucky to not give away another foul right on the corner there. Box. Paços de Ferreira recycle possession.
Pleased with how they started the home team as such. I think at times you can put the Premier League on a pedestal, can't you, in terms that everyone's going to come and run all over you because of the wonderful players that we have in the Premier League. They're growing into it themselves now, so the challenge will be there for Tottenham.
Another nice spell of possession for Paços de Ferreira. Anon, was it you that said that they're the Portuguese Stoke? Because I see that, man. The fouling, the long balls. I think that was the dive, but I'll take it. It's already gets a foul call. And I think that he dove, but I'll take it. Also, sorry for that. The fact that this is a bad watch along. I've never done one before. It's pretty cool. Like I said, I have an idea, but I'm not sure how well it'll work.
9 Premier League starts last season for Harry Winks.
Width that Tottenham are getting from setting on Doherty on the other side, really stretching the game. Then that run is from out to in and threatening that way. They don't get that first ball. The lads right here, the van trying to pick up those second balls as such, knockdowns. Stark contrast, isn't it, against Manchester City? Played very narrow in that game for the back four, tight midfield three, and even the front three played very narrow. This is more in keeping with what we normally saw at Wolves in terms of.
I'm gonna do this for just a second.
I think it's impressive. I like to see him.
No.
Assesses the squad he's got. Don't stick to a tried and trusted way of playing.
Yeah, it freaks me out. I don't know. I gotta look into how much trouble I'll get in for that. It's a good question to ask.
Different jobs, haven't you? Well, listen, in terms of the Premier League, teams, the coaches, they learn very quickly. You're doing the same thing week in, week out. They're going to work out how to exploit you.
As the stats demonstrated, Tottenham with roughly double the possession. Only one way for Carter Vickers to go.
Done well there.
Yeah, whoops. That was an accident. I had no idea that I wasn't supposed to do that.
You do get into those wide positions early to cover Matt Doherty. We've just seen him in that right position. If we think about Matt Doherty at his best in the Premier League, he was probably the best wing back in it. That's why he got his moves to Tottenham. He will be in those advanced areas. The problem you've got to be set up right behind him. Hoiberg does it brilliantly from right midfield, steps across. But Vickers has got to understand that as soon as he goes there, he's got to fill that channel.
Closed down well in the midfield by Lo Celso.
All right. Spurs with the ball. Let's see if we can retain possession for any amount of time. I'm calling him Paços from now on, just so I don't have to say Paços Ferreira. Spurs throw.
Got his first taste of the big time, if you like, coaching here in 2015-16, but as so often, 1 year, new job. 1 year, new job, and so it went. Chavez, Braga, Boavista, spell in the Middle East, and then Belgium, Mouscron for 2020-21. But I think he always fancied coming back here and having another go, and it's a good time to come in.
That's all those clubs you mentioned. Again, some great experience. And I think that Portuguese coaches stick together as such. Yeah, they're always on the phone to one another as such. And there's sounding boards from like iconic managers like Mourinho. In that high advanced area again. And when he gets there, he's such a threat.
Well, Spurs have another corner. Matt Doherty put in a what looked like was going to be an awesome cross. Blocked. Corner. We're 30 minutes in, and Spurs still haven't done anything that looks to me like they're going to score.
Now the player hopes again to beat Brazil in a week or so. Lo Celso taking that. That was heroics in the Copa America. Played in the final, of course.
Foul on, look like Ben Davis. Wow. Yellow card. For a push with his arm in the box, supposedly. But,
You can see his point there. What is he supposed to do if
right.
who knows his way around, of course, just stands there and waits to fall over?
I think Ben was done dirty there, guys. What do you think? Done dirty? Davis is disgusting. Explain yourself, sir. All right. Another foul in the middle of the park by Spurs. Sessignon this time. Nice. Spurs on the ball back in the middle of the park.
Any Tottenham Hotspur fan watching has thought this would be straightforward. Well, 30 odd minutes into this, we know now that it will not be. But I refer again to early last season, Spurs labouring very much so against Lokomotiv Plovdiv at this very same juncture in the season. Certainly to work hard to get to the group phase, didn't he? There was also Shkendia and Maccabi Haifa in the playoff. That went better, I must say.
Man, okay. Spurs are really under the cosh now. Oh my God. They're about to have a strike on goal. All right. They've in the corner, though, and that's the problem. We'll see how this group of center backs deals with corners. Like I said, Romero, good in the air. Carter Vickers, good in the air. Hopefully they can deal with the strength and physicality of Paços here. Headed out right at the near post. So. We just can't retain possession for shit, and it's very, very frustrating. All right, Spurs, let's go. Play it out from the back. Ooh, bad foul. Bad foul. Lo Celso gets taken out from behind, yellow card. Just looked like Scarlett was about to get into the game there. Lo Celso had the pass on. Little scuffle happening. Doherty trying to take a free kick. They weren't having it. These Paços boys know how to. They know how to play. They know how to. Oh shit! Very, very audacious chip attempt. Galini collects it easily. I mean, I think that Davis is kind of necessary, at least this season, as backup, because out of all the players we need to sign in all the areas we need to strengthen in, he isn't one of, you know what I mean? Like we have other higher priorities than upgrading on Ben Davis. Oh man. Come on, Spurs. Nice job, Lo Celso, working it through the middle. Oh, what the hell was that? Spurs put it out for a throw. Oh man, this has been ugly. And they have way too much possession still. They're playing a very simple game, but it's very effective against us. It's almost like we don't have the basics down right now. Scarlet's just getting completely neutralized by those defenders. It's one of our biggest problems. Tried to get a little too cute there down the right side when we actually had some possession. And we've ceded possession. All right, come on, man. Come on. Let's go, Gil. All right, playing it up the right-hand side. Doherty, it's a cross in. And we just look like we don't know what the fuck is going on. Winks with the foul to break up play. Oh, guys. I've got really bad news, everyone. The wing place made my wings mild instead of hot. Meanwhile, Sessegnon deals with a nice ball. Stops a nice attack by Paços. He looks like he's about to take the throw. Is it just me or did Nuno trim the beard up a little bit? I think he did. All right. I want that cap. Oh, we just can't retain possession. Finally, okay, we drew a foul there. Niall Jones getting his ass kicked. For 41 minutes in, and I don't think we've had more than one good attempt or opportunity to even score here. Again, we kind of recycle the ball around our defenders as per usual, side to side. And Davis with a crazy curling reverse ball. Still, nothing comes of it. I don't know what we're gonna do at half. Have you guys seen the subs? I mean, what do you guys think we need to do to win this? We had a very, very, very promising attack. Hill, though, was caught offside. And it actually wasn't Hill. It was someone else. All right, so what does everyone think we need to do at half? What does Nuno need to say to the players? What needs to change? Do I need to go put my Tottenham strip on? Is that what's up? Because I could do it. I can do that, okay? But something needs to change. Come on, boys. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so we actually had some nice play in the opponent's box. In their box. I know what I said. And a cutback that looked like it was about to be sweet. Lo Celso was probably closest to getting a foot on it, but Paços defender dealt with it nicely. But still, that's the kind of thing we need to see more of. That was nice. Instead of just crossing once we get to the byline, how about a nice cutback or two? Change it up a little bit. Oh, shit. Here we go. Here we go. Building up. Oh, man. Okay, all right. Dane's on the ball. It's like the first I've seen of him on the ball for a long time. Let's go, Dane. Come on. Pick him out, somebody. Drop of the shoulder and turn. Come on, someone. The ball's played back. So our credit, though, we're instantly looking to progress it back up the field as soon as we lose. Oh, but we've lost possession now, and they have a counterattack, through on goal, and they are up 1-2 fucking nothing. Right before half. He was onside. No qualms there. That was classic through ball. I mean, I have no idea why we weren't able to cope with that. That was very, very bad. To his credit, Galini almost got a hand to it. But, Jesus. Not pretty. We're into the first minute of added time. Does anyone think we can score 2 goals second half? How the fuck did we let that in? Jesus Christ. The more I think about it, the more angry I get. That was the most simple. We're playing with a back three and there was nobody there. Should be halftime. Nope. Well, we're at 46 minutes, 25 seconds. What's supposed to be 1 minute at a time. Of course, they're on the attack, so let's add a little more time to it. All right. And that ends a first half that ended fucking terribly. What is this, a Jose Mourinho team? Like, to concede at the end in the way that we did is just heartbreaking. Like, and it was the one time too where I thought that we had a decent amount of possession and we were working the ball around well, and we got dispossessed. They instantly were on it. They instantly turned, were on the counter, and our defenders were caught with their backs to our goal and couldn't turn fast enough. It was not pretty. Nuno looks pissed. So they're going into the changing room. It's halftime. Spurs are down. Yeah. So what does anyone think? Fuck damn for sure, dude. Fuck damn for sure. Calls for a halftime cup of tea and questioning God why Cameron Carter-Vickers wasn't sold years ago. Yeah, I know. If Bournemouth were looking at him, do you think that they're particularly like pleased with what they've seen from him this match? We probably should have just left his ass on the fucking bench or at home. I think this calls for a halftime cup of brew and a cigarette. But in the meantime, I'll leave you guys with this, and maybe y'all do me a favor, answer that for me. Leave me that in the comments, and I'll be back. Also, let me know, do you like it when I play the match audio? Let me know if is that annoying. What do you guys like? Yeah, I'll be back very shortly, my friends. Hey, what's up, everyone? Nice to see you. Hope you missed me. I missed you also. Wanted to let you know I have the lucky strip on. It's really gross. I haven't washed it like ever, I don't think. So that's on. It's lucky we won the last time I was wearing it. Also, my hat, this hat that I'm currently wearing, was signed by some real legends, including one HK, Musa Dembele. We've got Dele signature on there. We've got a Chadley, an Ericsson. I think that might be it, but sheesh, right? So hopefully the powers of this hat, of this lucky stained gross jersey, we can do this. Let's do this. Let's go, guys. And we go back. Everything we start again. Davis again, with the armband today. Has he showed that he's a good captain? Does he have captain material? I don't know. We'll see what the how these boys react to being one down at the half. These Portuguese boys look legit. Even just warming up for the half, they look more ready for it than we do. I have a not great feeling about this one, y'all. Please change my mind, Spurs. Please change my mind. Make a Jack Clark comes on. All right, Jack Clark. Let's see what you got. All right. Well, back with Paços de Ferreira. But Spurs put it back in the middle of the park. Nice job, boys. And force it out for his first throw. Jack Clark has looked tidy this far. Just a couple of touches, but hasn't put a foot wrong yet. Just working it around the D. One thing I can say is that these young guys don't have the press down. They really need to work on the pressing aspect. It looks like players will try to press individually, but as a collective unit, we're just not good enough yet. We don't. Scarlett, in my opinion, wins the ball very fairly, shoulder to shoulder. Yep. To me, that looked to be completely shoulder to shoulder. But he gets called for a foul. We would have been in a really great position, too. Very, very close to the opponent's goal. But we start again. Paços Ferreira goal kick. We were pressuring their goalkeeper. That was nice to see. All right, Spurs. I'm feeling a goal. I should have a good feeling. Come on, you Spurs. I don't know what it is. I got a feeling. Wonder what kind of speeches Nuno gives at halftime. I'd like to know. I'd like to be a fly on the wall in one of those halftime speeches, especially a game like this, down a goal where we really shouldn't be. Wonder if he's like a yelling type or if he's more like a, I don't know. Interesting. Anyway, Spurs play a quick ball upfield. Dane almost gets on the end of it, but their goalkeeper gobbles it up. So close. Another free kick for Paços. Floats it in. Headed into a dangerous area. Cleared away. Again, given away in a dangerous area by Spurs. One back with a nice tackle. Let's get the fucking shit together, guys. And then we give it away right after that. Terrible, terrible pass directly to the opposition. What the fuck? I need a potch hug. We're going to make the comeback, baby. Corner kick right here for Spurs. Looks like another Spurs corner. Headed out at the front post. Man. I don't know if you can tell by my face. That was an interesting little series of play there. At the corner, Doherty did a hell of a job to keep it in play. Stretches out a leg, keeps it in play. It was headed around a couple of times. Finally cleared for a Spurs throw. We've got a couple of youngins warming up. Looking lively. We need it. We look pretty static. Very cheap foul given away by Lo Celso. Right at the top of our penalty box. Man, I wasn't really happy with the way Guy and Dyer both turned away there from that oncoming ball. Oh, but due to some mistakes, we've got the ball in their box. Oh my God. Fuck me. That was our best chance yet. And it was due to their error, not even to us playing particularly well. And we couldn't take advantage. Gave away a free kick too to fucking end our little spell of possession here. All right, Spurs. Couple nice little triangles here. All the way back to the goalie. I never liked that. Okay. He's cleared it. Keep possession here. And we don't. We do. We're just not incisive enough. We can't. We can get close. We just can't penetrate. They're clustered together. It's the same problem we've always had, and they know it. We can't break down a parked bus. Like right there, Harry Kane would have just turned and like had a snapshot. That's what he brings to us that we don't get from anywhere else. And then Sessegnon gets called for a foul offensively. I don't understand this. Let's see it in the replay. He's got his arms on, dude. But then, yeah, nope, weak. They should have called the foul when he had his arms around him, or not at all. The player goes to ground, but far too easily. All right, so one of these Spurs goals coming. Anybody have any ideas? Nice ball from Winks. Ooh, what? Okay, hold on. This ref actually has all of his like badges or whatever you have to be a ref, right? He's got all the credentials because there's a lot like a foul to me from behind. Spurs ball anyways. All right. Sessegnon passes it back. Sogolini. Spurs have a throw in a dangerous area. Come on, boys. Oh, Christ. Fine, take the foul there. Carter Vickers is a fucking idiot. What the hell are we doing there, man? And obviously, this guy's going to waste as much time as possible. I still think Spurs have time to pull this out, but Jesus. Carter Vickers could probably fucking... well, Romero has fouled a player who is starting a fast break, and he's laid down on the ground for... been on the ground for a while now. To my one viewer, thanks. All right, back to Spurs. So I haven't been impressed really with like anyone today. Lo Celso obviously hasn't been terrible. Winks has been one of our better players, scarily enough. All right, so it looks like Spurs got a throw here. We need a strong physical striker. This is proof to anybody who thinks that we can get through the season with just Son. Not gonna work. Look how much bigger that defender that's just stuck on Scarlett is. He's so much bigger than Dane. That might be our first shot of the game. Second shot? Someone correct me. Oh. If I look dead, it's because I feel dead. This is a complete opposite feeling you get from Spurs. Game against Chelsea, for sure. All right. Let's hope everybody just wakes the fuck up. My guess for this game is 3-1 Spurs. It could still happen. Jesus fucking Christ. Dane finds himself offside. Nice pressing from Spurs. Man, we just keep getting the ball squeezed away from us in the center of the pitch. All right, Hill. Let's go. Let's go. Ososo tried so hard to ride that challenge. Eventually went down. Free kick in a dangerous area. We're looking to take it quick. He's bitching at the ref again, just wasting time. Damn, that was bad. Scissors. Wise winks over this free kick. Come on, Tottenham. Some nice play put together. We keep getting fouled whenever we get close to the opponent's penalty box. It's good in my opinion. I mean, they're fearful, but it's a really good way to stifle us as well. We just don't have that strong player to carry the ball through. And our passing hasn't been crisp enough to work around them. But we'll see. Hopefully one of these free kicks will come off and one goal can change the game. Nothing comes from the free kick. Goalkeeper gathers.